Emily here with Whispering Roots, and this week is going to be our last week for our leafy green month. So today I'm going to show you guys how to cook with the leafy greens that Emma showed y'all how to grow, and I showed you guys how to store in your freezer. So let's get started. For this recipe, we're going to need to dice up this half of an onion, 3 large garlic cloves, 3 small sweet potatoes, 3 large carrots, about a tablespoon of thyme, and we'll pick them off of the leaves here, the stems. And then we're gonna use our whole bag of collard and mustard greens that we froze 2 weeks ago. About a whole thing of chicken broth, so about 32 fluid ounces or 1 quart. We're gonna need garbanzo beans or chickpeas or whatever white bean that y'all have, or whatever bean you have really in your cabinet. This is gonna be our good source of fiber and iron for our soup. And then some black pepper, some salt, paprika, and if you want, some chili flakes to taste a little spicier. Our carrots and our sweet potatoes, as you can see, they have this nice orange color, this orange tint. That's how you know that it's going to provide us with a lot of vitamin A or beta carotene. This nutrient is a fat soluble vitamin that helps with our skin, our nails, our hair, all that good stuff to make us feel good and look good. So the first thing we're gonna want to do is dice up all of our vegetables that are required for our dish. After we've diced our onions, we're gonna put a tablespoon of olive oil, avocado oil, or canola oil, whatever y'all have, into the pan you're going to be cooking in. Next, we're going to add in our onions and our garlic and the rest of our veggies for this recipe. For our sweet potatoes, we're going to want to cut them the same way we cut our carrots to make sure that all the vegetables are nice and evenly cut so that it cooks evenly as well. That way, all the flavors are absorbed equally into our soup. So if you don't have any vegetable stock or vegetable broth, chicken broth, anything like that, this is going to be the base of your veggie broth. So you can just add about 3 cups of water to this. Let it come to a boil and then a simmer, and it should be about 45 minutes to an hour to let all of these flavors and nutrients absorb into that water, giving it a more flavorful taste. So you don't always have to use broth or stock. You can just add water, let it sit for about an hour, and it should allow you to get that flavor in your soup as well. Next, we're gonna add in our seasonings. So first, we're gonna add a teaspoon of salt. Next, we're going to grind about half a teaspoon of black pepper. Then we're gonna add about half a teaspoon of paprika or chili powder or whatever flavor that y'all like to have in your soups. Now that you've let your veggies cook for about 2 to 3 minutes with the seasonings you've added, go ahead and add in the entire container of chicken broth to your soup. After draining the can of chickpeas, add in the entire can and mix thoroughly. Finally, we're going to add our collard and mustard greens into our soup and then season with about a tablespoon of thyme. Then we're gonna let this come to a boil, and once that comes to a boil, we can let it simmer for about 10-15 minutes until you want to eat it and until the carrots and the sweet potatoes are nice and soft. Now that our soup has come to a boil, we're gonna turn down the heat and let it simmer for another 10 minutes. Go ahead and get your favorite bowl and serve up a portion of the soup and enjoy on this beautiful snowy day. Thank y'all so much again for watching this video. This was our hearty collard green soup. If you guys have any questions, comments, or other recipes you want to share with us that involve collard greens or leafy greens, please leave it in the comments below. Tune in next month. It's going to be February, and we are dedicating that month to onions. So next week, Emma will be showing you guys how to grow a type of onion, so stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for joining us, and see y'all next month.